Why? Okay, when I started doing this vlog, I kind of wanted to keep it like comfy. It was just like something that I wanted to do for me, for Ellie. I didn't want to like go into politics or world events or anything, but you know what? I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. And that's life. I want to talk about it, deal with it. I am from England, and I currently live in Texas. And in America, we have not done the greatest job of containing this virus. There are a lot of people who have straight up not listened, people who are almost trying to get the virus, people who don't believe it's real, people just walking around basically spitting in each other's mouths. So far, I think the number is around 420,000 COVID-related deaths. So in my wonderful home, the United Kingdom, as of today, they have just reached 100,000. That sucks. I mean, just think about little old England and big old America, and they've got 4 times as many. Like, I feel like the UK number is so high, which is ridiculous because obviously I have plenty of people in England and they've all been locked down. They've had very strict regulations. Over here we've been going to work, we've been allowed to leave the house, we can go to the supermarket, restaurants are open, hair salons are open. You can't keep Americans from doing whatever the fuck they want to do. The Brits, on the other hand, they're allowed to leave the house once a day. They came out of lockdown, went back into lockdown. Pubs, restaurants, all forced to close. You have to be home by 10. There's a lot of rules over there. So how come their number is higher than ours? And unfortunately, I know the answer. When this all started, we were living in Minnesota, and we were trying really hard to contain this damn thing. Like, we were considered essential workers because we were sending out protective gear to hospitals. So we still went to work, and we get to work, we work with gloves on, we have our masks on, we get sprayed down with disinfectant every time we went in. And I'd go on BBC News, as I always would, and our glorious leader Boris is saying just some real shit. Just some complete horse shit. And I remember thinking, is he insane? The first bit of a pandemic, the start, is so important. And I think everyone knows that. I think everyone knows that that's important. But apparently not Boris, because Boris knows better. And what he thinks is, if we all build herd immunity, then that's the best way to deal with it. Just let it ravish the country, we'll all get immune, and then it'll go away. I also remember him saying, if we panic, then our economy will be destroyed. And today, he's on video saying that he takes full responsibility for the number of deaths. 100,000. Despite everything that you guys have done, 100,000. He was gonna let the hospitals get overwhelmed. That was his plan. The NHS nurses, who are already completely overworked, he was gonna send everybody confused and sick straight to the hospitals all at the same time. That was his plan. He didn't close anything down. He spent the first month basically pretending it wasn't happening. And now 100,000 people have died. Great. It makes me angry because I'm not there. My family's there. And they're stuck inside, they can't go anywhere. My grandma was supposed to be going into a care home for just to try it out, a little trial. And she went in, stayed overnight, never left. Country went into lockdown. She hasn't left that care home ever since. Never went back to her home. My parents had to go get her some things so that she could actually have some of her own stuff. And I blame the government for that. Everything that is happening now, you are still in lockdown, you cannot leave, you can't send mail out of the country. This is all happening at the same time as Brexit as well. I put that on him. It's his fault. And you can't say, oh, he's just one man trying to deal with a pandemic that nobody expected to happen. Stand the fuck down. If you can't deal with it, if you are not prepared to deal with it, stand down. Let someone else do it. And it's not just one man. You think he doesn't have advisors? There's people who actually know what they're talking about. There are health experts, there are economy experts who will be telling him, who will be giving him information, and he makes the call. And he made a bad call. It pisses me off. Because what am I supposed to do if my family gets sick? I can't get in the country. And even if I could, I couldn't go see them. Just feel like every decision that's been made over there has been wrong. Closing everything down at the same time and having everyone pile onto public transport at the same time? How is that a good idea? And there was even talk of like giving people who have COVID $500. And let me tell you, only a Tory could have come up with that. Do you not realise how desperate people in England are? How much they need $500? How much that would change their lives? You think people aren't going to try and get COVID so that they get that money? I know there's been times when I would have said, oh, I need that 500. I'll go out without a mask. I'll be fine. I'm healthy. I can survive it. And people can't go to work. Freelance people aren't being paid. They get nothing. They're not allowed to work, but the government isn't giving them any money. I don't get it. I don't get it. It makes me so frustrated. And there's other countries who have done this perfectly. And America has not done this very well. And it has still done it better than the UK. But Boris has failed. He failed. Tell me he didn't fail. Someone stand up for him. Tell me that he isn't responsible for that figure. Tell me he isn't responsible for you not being allowed to leave your house more than once a day. And the spread isn't going down. Makes me so mad. Oh, I failed my driving test. I'm sorry for whining. Sometimes you just have to have a rant, you know? I hope all of my friends and family back in England are doing okay. I know a lot of you are not doing okay. I know that I have friends who can barely stand to be inside all the time. And I have one friend who just had a baby. She basically had that little boy by herself and had no care, and can't take him out, can't take him to see his grandma. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I know this is a crazy time, and I know that we couldn't possibly have planned for this, but you have to do the best you can, and doing nothing for a month is not the best that you can. So he can stand up there and take responsibility all he wants. It's too late. And that's how people will remember you. Don't really have anything else to say. Fuck Tories. Okay, bye guys.